it back. He hasn't even read the first part of it, so use your booming voice and start with the Elijah story, which is actually right before Synagogue is coming up. This actually connects us with the whole idea of the dream. So.
Moroccan folktale. There are a couple who really want a child, but years went by without their wish being fulfilled. So two of them alone prepared a Passover Seder with just two. On Passover day, sat at their tables, reading the Haggadah, and knocking at the door. The couple opened the door and saw an old man, dressed in rags. They invited him to join their Seder. Ordering the Haggadah, let all who are hungry come and eat. The three of them stayed, sang, and ate together. They had a wonderful time. The couple said to the man, we wish that sometime in the future, we will be able to spend another Seder eat together. The man then asked them, you two have long wanted a child. They nodded yes. Then the man said, I wish that in the future your Seder will become chaos. Then he left. Less than a year, the couple gave birth to a child. Another year, when Passover came, they prepared the Seder for +2, a child on a lap. Then they began their Seder. When they heard a knock on the door, they opened to find the same beggar. There was a joy of reunion. The couple was happy that their wish from the previous Seder had come true. As they sat at their table, their child spilled a cup of wine and began crying. When was taken care of, the child ripped a page from the Haggadah. With that under control, the child started crying again. The parents worked hard to keep their child happy and create good Passover memories. All of a sudden, both of them realized that their gift Elijah and his wish of chaos had brought them a baby. The four of them had a wonderful Seder. Then Elijah left again.
So they needed the chaos. And now, start. Narrator 1. Jay? Booming. What did you do?
Let me rip that off. Really fast. Wow.
Okay, start.
Long ago, way before any of us came into this world, and long before our moms and
Booming
dads,
voice and slow.
and their moms and dads. Oh well, a very long time ago. You get the idea. As babies, lots of them were born. It was a big deal. Some were even a bigger deal at first, and it becomes a time to celebrate. Many celebrations take place. The first one that takes place on Friday night. Shabbat. What a blessing!
Narrator 2.
And
Narrator 2.
At first, the tradition of the firstborn announced Shalom Sakar, a way of kind of saying howdy. But on a more serious note, peace comes into the world party. Welcome, Star Party.
A meaningful tradition called the Brit Milah was carried out for the son, a long-standing covenant or Brit made with God, as it was thought that God made a Brit with humanity. Let's not ever destroy the world. This became known in the covenant with Noah.
Everybody?
go on. What happens next?
The boy is brought into the room by the guard of one of the godparents and is handed to another godparent by the parent.
Wow, so many lovely sounds greet this babe at the time of the birth. The boy gets his Hebrew name, and sometimes the girl does. But usually she gets Hebrew names a little later. What's in the name?
Everybody?
What's in the name? Oh, what's in the name is this. It's what shapes us. With a name, you begin giving the child his or her identity. You know, a good name is worth more than riches. Keep that in mind during your life when you are about to do something silly or wrong.
J. Start. Shami. Start with Ben. Start. Shami. My name is Ben. Shami.
I don't know who I'm in.
You don't know who your name is? Okay.
Taco Akon, and I was named because my name is Jay, and I'm very strong with you. Dad and
And what's your given name?
Yaakov Akon.
Yaakov. And your name after him? Shami.
Shemi Yaakov, and I do not know what I'm named for.
Shami and I am named for, I think, I don't know.
What is your name?
Oh, Synagogue. Me, very young name, and I'm named after my great
Shemi, and I don't know who I'm named for.
Do you?
Yes, I do. My great-grandmother.
Your great-grandmother, what was her name?
Olive.
Olive.
So Shulamit.
Shulamit.
Yes.
Anybody else? Ben?
That was named after his maternal grandmother, Bess.
And does Ben have any similarities to Bess that you know?
My wife would be better at answering that. I never met her.
Oh,
But his middle name's after my grandfather. And yeah, there are some similarities there.
good. So nice to be able to talk about that. And how about that?
Jacob's middle name is after my great uncle. His middle name is Riley.
So Ben was named after my dad's brother, his great uncle Ben, and named Benjamin, strength and virtue, and like
Let's see all that here. And how about,
Oh, Jay, I think you explained it pretty well.
good, I think so too. Okay. What's next?
Jay.
So,
Narrator 3?
now there is a celebration for girls, and we call this the Shalom Nekizah.
Many traditions in Judaism have been dropped, but there is a very special tradition that was begun in Germany. After the Holocaust, it was nearly extinguished. This wimple, made from the baby's first swaddling of clothes, shall follow the child through its life. It can be used at the bar bat mitzvah and at the huppah.
Bless you, eternal our God, who has given us life, who sustains us day by day, and who has brought us to this time.
And the chickpea narrator?
The big thing about these celebrations is the chickpea. There is a beautiful story. Before children are born, they learn the whole Torah. Just before birth, an angel touches them on the lip, making a line that goes from the middle of the lip to just under the nose. This touch makes them forget everything they have learned. A newborn has to start learning all over again. The chickpea is shaped like a circle, a symbol of learning and forgetting, of happiness and sadness. The Brit Milah takes place on the 8th day after the 7th day.
Great job. Great job. So the idea is for you today to join in with your kids and your grandkids and be able to do an idea of a wimple. I'm going to give you, I put on here many, many different ideas that one that I made, it just took me, it was an idea. This just took about less than an hour to do. I took Madison, my little girl that I'm raising, and my little grandchild, and I took her baby blanket, and I put it around. You're going to be given a canvas. It's going to look like this to represent the swaddling. So it's pretty plain. And this is basically what I had. And then just whatever you have, you don't have to have the pictures with you. You can have the pictures in your mind. There are many different ways of doing a wimple. You can draw or write on it to say what your hopes or what your dreams are for the child, let's say the child's name is Jacob. So what does Yaakov mean? What is the, what is the, so and I have a stencil that you can actually use in Hebrew, and you can actually put it on here. And draws, what your hopes are, if he's around, if you think of the child being involved with Torah, if you think the child is also involved in sports and whatever. I have all different kinds of pictures and materials that you can use to symbolize what you want to see your child and what he and she expects in her life. Think of this as something that's going forward, and that should you decide that you wanted to wrap it or put it on the Torah when they're bar mitzvah, when they're on the chuppah, a little place for it. On here, I've just taken and pasted so that we could get it done. I was trying to find a way to do this quickly. So there's a picture of her at birth and a picture of the birth of when we had her naming. If you didn't bring it today, that's totally fine, because save a space for it. And then you can do that. Or you can write it in. There are some examples of mappas here, and so feel free to take a look at it. I apologize if you haven't received anything, because I have sent it out, and I actually, and on Wednesday, I had even sent it out again. So I really will check on this. Do not stress about it, because it's a work in progress. This is something that you will either take home. If it's not dry today, I'll let it dry out. So I'll put this on the table so you for you to take a look at it, to see some ideas that you'd like to create. Let me just show you some of the materials. And all that I ask you is to take, when you're working, the best place to work is probably on the floor. If you're more comfortable, if you'd like to work on a table, take the chair over. I'll create a table for you, and so that you can go and do it there. There's paints, fabric paint. Take the paints and use this as a palette. We have four. Oh my goodness, we have 4 wonderful helpers here around the theme. So that just ask to put the paints on it, and use this. We'll have water, we have glue, we have glitter. So all of the materials are over here. Some of the things that here's some football stuff that you can put for the guys if you want, some stuff for the girls when they're babies. So just feel free to take any of this. I got it all for you. This is some of the stuff we've been working on this semester. So if you want to use it as something and say, okay, this is what you've been doing in school, use the idea of that's on here. This is all that they've been studying. So just come and have fun. This here is a table that tells you about Jewish commitment. And so basically all the things that we've been studying